Hi everyone. I've got a lot of good feedback from the previous video, and I'm not much of a talker, but a lot of people have been asking me more information about how I take these photos in the field. The whole settings and equipment I bring in the field. So I'm going to detail over the next minutes what I bring when I go to the field. So first, everything has to fit in a backpack, so I can't take a lot of equipment. I just take the essentials and I try to make it as small and as light as possible. So in terms of camera, for example, I'm using at the moment Canon EOS 7TD. I also have a 6D, which I use sometimes. But yeah, 7TD works great for me. It's a fairly inexpensive camera, and I mostly use a Canon macro 100mm lens, f2.8, for shooting. Of course, I need some lighting, so I do have this Canon macro twin light MT24EX. This brings me the light for the bugs. And I've been adding something here. As you see, you get some pens cut in half, a piece of paper wrapped around a frame made of with a clothes hanger. All of that diffusing system is inspired by Kurtmas Greggy, and it's working absolutely great, except I have to replace a piece of paper every day or every couple of days. But beside that, with that kind of setup, I can take any picture of any bug anywhere with fairly good results. For smaller bugs, because that's 100mm 1.1, but sometimes I do have small stuff like small ants and tiny bugs. I do also have this lens, which is 65mm MP from Canon, which grew to a factor of 5.1. So that's absolutely great if you want to take pictures of fleas, but not if you want to take a butterfly or a dragonfly. It doesn't fit in the frame for this. It's only for less than 2 cm long things. And that is the backlight. Under the studio, when I'm shooting on white background, I need some light so that the backgrounds completely disappear. So this is Canon 580 EX2, and I've got a little diffuser plastic top here. And this flash is slave to the one on the top. So when I take a photo, the camera triggers the flash on the top, and this one is triggered automatically at the same time. So I do have flash from the top, from the bottom, and the whole backgrounds disappear, which make it very easy then to combine all these images into composites, integrate it into posters or whatever. So it's really a fairly simple system. There's many other ways to do it. That's just the way I like to do it for the last 4 years. But really, you're welcome to explore and try to do something else. So what else do we have? Camera, flash, lens, of course, memory cards and batteries. I can't recall how many times I left my house without a camera, with a camera without a memory card or a battery, or spares ones, because you just go in the field, you shoot for 10 minutes and then your memory card is full and then you're screwed. So always carry spares, spare memory cards, spare batteries, and spare batteries for your flashes as well, because you're shooting 300-400 times and then your flash is over, and then you go home. So I don't want to be limited by the memory space or the amount of battery I have. It's got to be streamlined. When I leave the field, it's because it's either too dark or I run out of water. Which brings me to other equipment. Mosquito repellent, essential, especially in the tropics where we've got dengue fever and malaria. Malaria is not a problem during the daytime, but dengue fever is definitely an issue in Cambodia. So yeah, mosquito repellent allow me to crouch in the jungle for hours without being devoured. Bits and pieces of equipment as well. Tweezers. You never know when you have to handle small insects. Sometimes it helps you to find them under the bark. Sometimes it helps you manipulate insects which are stingy or bitey. Ruler, because sometimes I find stuff which are gigantic, and that's the best way to show how big they are. little tube with alcohol, because sometimes I come across insects which are very rare, or I have to collect them for scientists to say, like, if you ever come across that one, I really need it. So I always carry a tube here, which allow me to collect samples of rare insects which I need for research. Most of the other insects I photograph are released on the side where I capture them. I catch them, I photograph them, and they're released on the same spot or within a few hundred meters every single time. Most of the time they actually escape before I finish shooting them, which is annoying, but that's part of the game. I want them to be alive, I want them to be active, I want them to behave and pose like they do in nature. I don't want to freeze them, I don't want to drug them. That's just the way they are, so it's easier to recognize them. Just the way they're standing on their legs and the way they're raising their antennas help you recognize them. So yeah, or sometimes they just escape before I'm done with them. Things I also have are little clips and bit of duct tape, things that allow me to fix things when, yeah, just sometimes I need to put my studio in a funny position, sometimes I need to fix my diffuser. So all these bits and pieces and clips allow me to tweak my system, because when I'm leaving and I'm spending the whole day shooting in the jungle, I can't just go back and buy stuff, or it's either I have the equipment I need, either I have to go home and it's over, because it takes quite a while to set up and start shooting. So once I start, I get to be here for a few hours to make sense. So that's it for the photo equipment and the bug equipment. Now let's look, oh yeah, and a bit of cleaning microfiber clothes and all of that. Camera gets dirty, dusty, so it's always good to have some cleaning equipment. Catching bugs. Thank you, John. Here's a nice net which I use quite a lot for flies, butterflies, bees and wasps. It allows you to catch insects which are very fast. It's got a handle which is probably more than meters, probably 4 foot long, which is great because it allows me to reach insects which are normally out of reach. So that's really great, but that's not enough. I'm always carrying this little bag here with a whole range of tubes and boxes. That's fairly standard. It's a little Tupperware style box, easy to carry, very light. You can just put them all in one. You can just pile them up and like have 10 of them easily. Smaller ones here for small things, ants and stuff. I do have some old camera film boxes. I do have some bigger ones as well if I come across some large butterflies. Hello. Some large butterflies or dragonflies. You need a whole range of boxes. Big ones for big insects, small ones because you can carry many more in the same bag. All insects are different in size, and so it's good to carry a whole range of boxes for each use. If you carry only big ones, you only carry 10 boxes and you're full. If you only carry small ones, when you come across a giant dragonfly you've never seen, you're screwed. So yeah, that's about it. Of course, there's the field studio, which is just where my camera is currently resting. So I'll have to move the camera and I'll show you how I shoot the bugs.